And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the lower semifinals here of the WardiTV Monday number 46. We are jumping into our fresh best of 3 and spawning in the top right-hand corner of tokamak. We have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Sidestorm Gaming. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Terran player. The red Terran himself representing Shop Rebellion. It is ByuN. And if you're in the chat, predictions are now open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chats as we jump into our TvP. Oh, here we go. As we jump into our Protoss Terran matchup, and ByuN, he moves out with a Proxy 2x Reaper. Let's go. Proxy 2x ByuN, he's not going to be stuck in another longer game. I mean, again, he was locked into that against Lemon, if you remember, on tokamak. So here he's just going to double down, going to commit. We do see the probe coming out for the scouts, but MaxPax, he will barely miss this. He will miss this. Oh, Mr. Proxy 2x. We do have our 2 axes here being thrown down. Being thrown down, we do have an initial Zealot. Likewise, oh, I should have 2x Reaper. My apologies. 2x Proxy Marauder. ByuN, he's committing. He's committing here. He's going to double down. It's all or nothing for ByuN. MaxPax, thankfully, he does Probe Scout. He confirms the Rax is missing. The Rax is missing. He is aware something is wrong. Something is amiss. We have the eBay block in the low ground. And MaxPax, he will find another CV. That's a sign. Is a tell. Does find the worker. Doubles back. Follows the trajectory of the worker. And he does find the proxy. He does confirm. Oh, he canceled. Does cancel the tag labs here. So ByuN, he will deviate away. Does get into Reapers. So it's going. So we're going. Initially, I thought it was 2x Reaper, but then he threw it on tech labs. Now back to 2x Reaper. Okay. That is the plan. As we just see ByuN abandon this, he does float back home, CC on the high ground. ByuN is expanding, and MaxPax, he has no expansion himself. He's going for a robot on one base. Ay. He's going for his robo. He's going to commit. And again, we'll see how MaxPax does actually approach this. With another gateway on the way, he might just go for an all-in at this point. Like, MaxPax might just commit to an all-in. We'll see if he ever does expand. Ooh, there's a cancel in time. ByuN setting up defensively. Bunker has been thrown down. And MaxPax, show us what you got. Rallying out. Ah, he's expanding. Okay. He will expand. Not going for the all-in. ByuN is setting up. From here, he is setting up. We do see some nice unit control here at MaxPax. Pushing up the ramp. Takes down one of the depots. Takes down the depot again, just containing. ByuN at least trying to. I say containing, trying to push in actually. Does catch a Marine, but alas, the tank has ride. With the arrival of the tank, snipes the Viking. Okay. Barely does snipe the Viking. But again, with the arrival of the tank, ByuN should hold. By now, he should have held. And the game looks like it's going to continue here. ByuN, he was hoping to avoid a macro game. He was hoping to avoid it, but he might just be forced into it here. Oh my god, we're rushing into DTs. He's crazy. He's crazy. Going for Dark Templar. The base is being taken. ByuN does eventually break out. Finally breaks out. So far, it's going to be a MaxPax to slow this down. And hey, he's doing a great job of picking away at the army. Getting a couple of Marines. Blink is almost done. Ooh, Liberator gets into the main base, and ByuN, he still does not see the tech. Barely doesn't go far enough. Does not see the Dark Shrine. Yeah, ByuN is in the dark. Still trying to race across the map, catching a couple of Stalkers here and there. Let's get a couple of Stalkers. ByuN pulls away. Again, MaxPax, he has maintained his position. He's saturated. Now he can take a third. So MaxPax is expanding. And we'll see if ByuN throws down 2 more Raxes. Oh, as Dark Templar, they're coming. DT's dead waddling into the bases. Again, the MaxPax special. He's known for his Dark Templar. Nice scan. Keen eyes here out of ByuN. But does not kill the Dark Templar. Oof. Yeah, he's out of position. DT into the main. STVs are going down. Yeah, brutal damage. We got 1 scan in the main base. But there's still 1 more Dark Templar. And as the dust settles, I would say that MaxPax isn't out of the woods yet. ByuN has a really strong stim timing. He has stim, he has combat, he has stim, he has +1 on the way. So this can still hit quite hard, and we'll see if ByuN can hit before Storm, right? Temple Archives on the way, working towards eventual Storm. Nice snipe. ByuN's being active. Let's move out on the right hand side. Dropping into the main. For the most part, MaxPax, he's back at him to defend. He's at his third, but not quite in the main base. Yeah, MaxPax is exposed. He does react, racing back over. And we spoke about this stim timing here, this stim window for ByuN. See what he can pull off. Going for the pylon. The Artosis pylon. Ooh, depowers everything. Depowers everything in the main. At the same time, rallying over towards the third base. MaxPax out of position. And Storm is not ready. Needs 10 more seconds. And Mineral Line is going to go down. Massive pickoffs. MaxPax just getting torn apart. Storm is done, but it's too late. Yes, too little too late. Tanks are in position, and the base is going to go down. ByuN is snowballing out of control, takes down the Nexus. Oh, MaxPax, you're not lemon. Okay. ByuN stimming in. Here come the Storms. Storm does connect. Getting on top of the tanks. Yeah, ByuN does overextend. Another Storm lands. MaxPax is holding. ByuN overstayed is welcome. And sure, MaxPax holds, but he's stuck on 2 bases, right? He's stuck on 2 bases. Third CC is already on the way for ByuN. ByuN has an economic lead. He can back off, build up his army. Up! Oh, no, Prism! Prism does rally in. Thankfully, late reaction there by ByuN. Nice Storms. And Storms are connecting. Widow Mines go down. A better fight here for MaxPax. Much better engage. believe recall's on cooldown. Yeah, recall is on cooldown. ByuN is coming in from behind. Does he have enough at home to defend? He's got a bunker. And MaxPax is all in. At this point, MaxPax, he is all in. He commits. Show us those storms. He's got 3 Templar. Getting into the middle line. ByuN has to get back the hell up. That's my connection. Takes down the charge lots. And across about 23 probe kills. Brutal damage. As MaxPax is getting torn apart. And boys are being pulled, and MaxPax, he should lose everything. I say that now he's breaking through. Uh-oh. MaxPax does break through. We're just going for the base trade. We're going for, oh no, the storms! Defensive storms. ByuN, he does not have enough of them to defend. I thought he might. The boys that were not a part of the fight in the end. ByuN pulls away. ByuN, I don't think he has enough here. Lands an EMP. Vikings, they can't do much either. Ghost getting caught out. Misrally there by ByuN. Yeah, ByuN, he's falling apart here. ByuN, he was in a commanding position. He just had to survive the all-in. I mean, it wasn't all-in. It hit pretty hard. As ByuN is trying to race back home, but GG gets called. ByuN is overwhelmed, and MaxPax will take game number 1. We'll take a lead in the series. GG. GG, well played, does take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense back and forth. ByuN, he was looking good, he was looking strong, he was able to take a lead, able to cripple the economy, force the all-in, but we saw that ByuN only had one bunker back at home. Likewise, he was late to pull the boys as well, so they were not really a part of the fight, couldn't really buffer. I mean, the storms were still brutal. He had 3 storms to work with, MaxPax, I mean, and even a defensive storm as well. GG, well played, MaxPax, he defended, he survived, and with that, we're now getting into game number 2. We're jumping into game 2. And game 2 is going to be on Pylon. Ooh, okay. So, Tokamak is a map where MaxPax is more favored on. I mean, for a different reason. Just because it's so much more defensive. We often see a lot more longer, later games. That is where Protoss typically thrives. Here on these smaller maps, that is where Terran thrives. That is where ByuN can be more aggressive, more active. And we'll see if he can break through. We'll see if he can break MaxPax. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Un momento. And welcome back. Sorry, just did need a moment here. But we're getting into game number 2. Here and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Pylon, we have the Danish Protoss player. We have the blue Protoss representing Skystorm Gaming, leading the series 1-0 and 1 game away from claiming the series and advancing on to the grand finals. It is MaxPax. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player. We have the red Terran representing StarCraft Rebellion. It is ByuN. Once again, going for the proxy. Again, like, I don't think ByuN really wants to go into a longer macro game. That's not really his ideal. So trying to be hyper aggressive. Last game, if you remember, he got scattered and he was forced to cancel his tech labs, forced to get out of his initial 2-ranks proxy marauder. That was the initial plan, but he didn't quite get there. We'll see what the plan is this time. Where are we dropping? Go. As here comes the initial block. Once again, MaxPax, he does scout across the map, he does check the main, he does confirm the Rax is missing once again, And if you remember last game, MaxPax, before even scouting, he blindly went for a robo on one base. We could see the same response again. Could see the same response. Here we go. As MaxPax, he's still trying to be active, still trying to get a read what's going on. This time 2x Reaper. Yeah, he doesn't even flirt with the idea of going into his tech labs. So 2x Reaper, CC on the high grounds, and we'll see how much damage ByuN can get done. Ooh. Doesn't give it too hard. First Reaper races back home to defend. So just 2 Reapers, sorry, 3. 3 Reapers in total. MaxPax setting up in the main base, shield batteries on the way. MaxPax, he should be fine. Should be fine here. MaxPax trying to Reapers. Ooh, will lose a Stalker. Trades 1 for 1. Better trade here for ByuN. Behind this, Twilight counts a hole up here out of MaxPax. Working towards Blink. May go for DTs again. Like, that is kind of his signature move, so that's always going to be in the back of our minds. But for the most part, this should be Blink. Should be. Oh my god. As that is a 3rd CC before Starport. Hyper greed here out of ByuN. Okay. Very greedy. Going for the CC. As Reaps are moving out, but again, hyper greed out of ByuN. And if he can get away with it, he can snowball out of control. That's going to be a big if, though. Currently, MaxPax is in the dark. He is working with incomplete information. If he's able to respond to this, if he's able to scout this, he can respond, he can counterattack, he can punish. As he's still being active. Stalkers are moving out. Reapers, they move in. With the help of the shield battery, this shouldn't really get much done. Yeah, pokes in, pulls away. ByuN, he doesn't see the tech, not fully aware. Moving in. Gets 1, 2, 3 Marines. It's gonna cost him a couple of Stalkers though. Only 1. Yeah, just 1. So up, losing 2 Stalkers, gets punished. And MaxPax is punished. That was not a worthwhile trade. Trading 2 for 2, 2 Stalkers with 2 Marines. Could catch a Reaper though. Once again, losing another Stalker. Another Stalker goes down. Bearing in mind the Reapers, they do fall off as the game goes on. So, I mean, nice value here out of ByuN. As MaxPax, he's throwing down a 3rd gateway. He's moving out with his Stalkers. And remember, ByuN, he's not being aggressive anytime soon. Remember, 3rd CC. Like, he rushed into his 3rd base. He's focusing mainly on his economy. Focusing on the economy, not on the army. Observer finally moving in. Again, MaxPax has been playing blind this entire time until now. Goes into the bases, sees the tank setup. Ooh, ByuN does notice. Yeah, there's a scan, and the observer does not go far enough. Ay, ay, ay. And MaxPax expands. He expands, rushing into Storm. So Storm is on the way, charge as well. But MaxPax, he will not punish ByuN. Like, the punish will not be there. And ByuN will get away with it. Now ByuN, he shouldn't be pushing. He's going to be posturing here. Moving out, dancing with the Stalkers. Behind this, he is expanding. And we'll see if he commits towards the third. I mean, the Stalkers are out of position. Oh, trying to catch him out. And he will. Oh my god. MaxPax, he faces. He checks with the face. Does face check. Does get blasted. Ay, ay, ay. Este MaxPax. It's like, I don't know if the tanks are really there. Let me check it. Let me check again. As ByuN expands. Remember, ByuN, he had no intention of pushing towards the third. His goal was just to expand, but he got even more than that. He got the Stalkers. Did catch out the Stalkers. And with that, ByuN, he will soon reap his rewards. Now, currently the soup does lie. You can see the supplies are very close. They're very close right now, but that's about to skyrocket in ByuN's favor. ByuN, he has an equivalent worker count. He has an equivalent base count. ByuN is ahead economically. Straight up, he is ahead, and he should not be. It's just because of the build itself, because of the fast third base. And again, MaxPax, he is still not fully aware. Now he checks. And not even though. MaxPax still in the dark. Now he gets a fourth base. This is a late fourth in comparison to the early third. And now he knows. Yeah, now he sees the third base. Now he sees saturation. Now MaxPax is... he's now aware of what's been happening. But again, it's too late to punish at this point. It's too late to punish the third base. We'll see how MaxPax does respond. Let's go. One Templar in the Prism. Zealots are ready for one man on the right-hand side. The problem here is that, again, because MaxPax wasn't really ready for what's happening, he was ready for a counterattack if ByuN were to push, but because ByuN got a fast third, he's not pushing. Like, he has no need to. And now you can see the supply disparity. As we mentioned, like, he just needs some time for that to really kick in. Prism into the main, has potential. Turret is done. MaxPax rotating over. Spots the army. Prism always deflected. Storm's coming in. It's a storm. Prism is forced back. And ByuN should be the first to max out. Now, MaxPax has to buy some time. The Bay is done. He needs time for Colossus. He needs that time desperately. I do like this rotation. Again, just keeping ByuN busy. If he goes off, doesn't connect. Doesn't quite land. Oh god. Brutal storm. And so far, the storms, they're doing decently well. And hey, he's bought enough time for the Colossus. We spoke about it. Here they come. Colossus are out. ByuN is about to max, and ByuN should soon be pushing. Should soon move out. Oh, missed rally there by MaxPax. Losing one Immortal. And doesn't quite lose the other. Storms a zone away. Storms to punish. But this is going to be a couple of rough moments here for MaxPax. But once again, if he can just buy a little bit more time, the map is not going to be helping him. Oh, never mind. ByuN double expands. Makes a choice. ByuN could have pushed. He could have pushed. He could have moved out. But ByuN, he is double expanding instead. Playing it slow. Okay, okay. Let's go. We're strapping in. We're getting into a much longer game here. ByuN, he just pitches his tent. Let's go. Nice storm. Army rotates over towards the planetary. VMPs are going to be connecting. And I believe that was the final storm. Yeah, the final storm here for MaxPax. Ay, ay, ay. And he will lose everything. And he will lose the army here. The Colossus will not escape, will not be able to get away. At the same time, the prison was dealt with. And ByuN takes a very, very strong fight. I mean, ByuN was already ahead and now getting further ahead. Now, is ByuN going to be too passive? Like, you can see the supply disparity. Like, ByuN, he's up, what, 60? Like, he was up 70 supply just a moment ago. Like, ByuN has a massive advantage here. But if he's too passive, then MaxPax can recover. He can recover, he can bounce back. But ByuN is pushing. Yeah, he's not being passive. ByuN is moving out. He bullies a Colossus. One Colossus goes down. He gets one, and he's gonna get, oh, not quite the other. But takes down the expansion. Takes down the Nexus. From here, he can keep pushing. He should keep pushing to get on top of the production. But ByuN, he backs off, and MaxPax, he is slowly catching up. Oof, brutal EMP. EMP goes up. Nice snipe. Down to how many high Templar? 3. 3 Templar left. Getting up to 4. Nice storm. The Vikings are getting very low. And MaxPax, he's holding. He's holding on. May have lost the base, but hey, that bought time. That did buy time for MaxPax. ByuN is taking up, working towards working towards his own advanced ballistics, working towards a little bit of range. But MaxPax, he is building back up. Like, he's slowly catching up with that supply. Which means he has a fight in him. He does have a fight in him. ByuN will have a bit of a bank to work with. But MaxPax, he can still win a fight and snowball from there. Especially on Pylon. Especially on Pylon. So Rama gets called out. Main army right through the center. Towards the third. Nice storm. Oh yeah, we're just running through the storms. Jesus. They move command of the Vikings as well. And ByuN, he will lose a big chunk of his army. He comes in from behind, tries to get into the Colossus, but not worth it. Yeah, mistimed surround here by ByuN. Miscontrol. MaxPax, he takes the fight. Again, the flank was too late. The flank was mistimed. It was mistimed. Likewise, took a lot of storms as well. ByuN getting too excited. ByuN gets too excited. Storms a zone away. Where are the Vikings? They're not here. Not anymore. Yeah, without Vikings, these Colossus, they just got so much free damage. Likewise, no Liberators either. No Liberators, no Vikings. MaxPax forcing his way through. And he may have just done it here. It's still quite close. Vikings, they get both Colossus. They get all 3. So it's actually just barely 2. Barely 2 Colossus go down. There's still 3 storms left. And MaxPax is going for the kill. See, unlike ByuN, he doesn't waste time at the 4th, doesn't waste time at the 3rd. He goes straight for the natural. Like, he knows he has to end the game. And it looks like with these Zealot reinforcements, he should be able to. Yeah, he should be able to break through the SCVs and get on top of the Marauders. MaxPax, he can keep going. Like, he can just keep fighting. He just doesn't have to back up. Doesn't have to pull away. Just engaging down the low grounds. There's 1 Viking left. GG. And GG gets called. MaxPax does overwhelm. He does bounce back. And MaxPax will take the series at 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. ByuN had a very strong start to this game, very strong start to game 2. Getting away with his greed. Remember, he got away with a 3rd CC, got away with his greed. That's why ByuN had a massive army and supply advantage for the majority of this game. But if you remember, what did he do with that supply advantage? We spoke about it, we even referenced it at the end of that game with what MaxPax is doing. ByuN had momentum, ByuN had that lead, that supply lead. ByuN pushed, and he pushed into... I said 4th, it was the 5th base. He pushed into the 5th expansion. Meanwhile, when MaxPax was in a similar position, what did he go for? The natural, right? He just ignored the fringe bases, went straight for the natural, straight for the production, straight for the kill instead. So ByuN, sure, he was able to securely kill a Nexus, but it didn't really mean much. Didn't really mean much in the grand scheme of things, and it allowed MaxPax to actually warp in and actually build up an army to survive, to bounce back. to bounce back. GG, well played. With that, MaxPax does claim the series, and now we're getting ready for the grand finals. We were hoping we could avoid the PvP, but nah. There's no avoiding the PvP. It is going to be a best of 5 between MaxPax and Creator. Let's go.